Hello, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome back to GhOstMaiN X. Today's video going to react to is investigating the most believable Loch Ness monster by Groovy Gavin. I apologize if I'm saying it wrong. And also please subscribe to Groovy Gavin and also subscribe to me. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction.
Right behind me is Loch Ness.
And last year, this sighting was taken with an underwater cam that looks suspiciously like the Loch Ness monster.
This is the guy, Sean, that captured that image.
The sonar's finding something down there, you know?
So I rented the exact boat he got the sighting on, and for the rest of the night, we are going to be scanning the bottom of this loch on our way to the exact spot where he captured this image, so that we can hopefully see it again and figure out what this insanely large creature actually was. But before we scan with this boat ourselves, I want to go a little more over why this sighting is so crazy.
Oh, I've done this for 9-10 years. That's the strangest thing I've ever seen. If they say Nessie's meant to have a long neck, body, couple of fins, you tell me what that is.
Yeah.
So in a creature, I would say there's air in a chest and your intestines, and that is exactly what's getting shown on here.
Have there been any sightings, anything like that, or size?
Nothing as crazy as that. It makes too much sense to me for it not to be the plesiosaur or some sort of creature of that descendants, because look at it, man.
How big was it?
Last time I said to you I haven't still disclosed that information. That is still the case, but I will say it's bigger than the boat.
Oh my god.
It was going to be a little bit until we got to where Sean captured this insane image, but in the meantime, we needed to go over all the equipment that will help us find this giant creature, possibly Ness.
This is where we are now, the top right hand corner, that's where the boat is now. The top left hand corner is where the boat was about 10 minutes ago. This solid line, this is the bottom. This black area is the water, but you see these in the water?
Yeah.
The sound wave has been broken by something on the way down and it's picked it up. So these could
like
be
fish or something.
Fish, Nessie's babies, the non-believers.
Yeah.
But there was a lot more gear that could help us, so we headed into the captain's deck.
So we have got sonar there, you've got thermal imaging there.
What's this here?
The radar. Yeah. So that's pretty much giving us a map of the loch. This would mainly be used, see at night time, see if there was a man overboard. If you were to be in, you're a bit warmer, so you'd be able to see a person.
And you might be wondering, why are we looking at night? Seems like it'd be a lot harder to spot something. Well, I went here last year, and I found out that this giant creature usually stays pretty low, meaning it likes the dark. So it's very possible that it comes higher during the night and is nocturnal. And if that wasn't enough reason, I even talked to the owner of this boat that said this.
I'm just thinking this is probably the first ever sonar installation ever done at night time. Is it?
Me and Ron done many years ago, remember with the Frenchman?
Yeah, Terry Regal.
Many
Yeah.
years ago.
Did he find anything?
Yeah, we picked up a contact actually in Loch towards Inverness. We picked something up and
it was at night?
Yeah.
So that's why we were searching at night. And speaking of big sightings, we might have got our first of the long night.
What the fuck is that? Nah, that's mental. No, because look at that, that's between 50 and what the fuck?
Would that be like a school?
It could be a school of fish. It almost looks like there's two. Is that coming up or going down? Or what is that? Look at that. All different colours. Your theory with a school.
Imagine see that thing just going up and up and up and up to the ship of the boat.
The fact that it's curved and it's all multicoloured. Imagine you've seen a little pair of eyes coming out of there.
A giant head.
Or a big whale's penis.
That's
That
one
is
of
one
them.
of the theories, yeah.
I've heard of that one. I've done a lot of research into the whale penis.
Each to their own. Whatever floats your boat.
And this was just the first of many large sightings we would get later on.
That's the biggest one we've seen so far tonight.
But back to Sean's sighting that we were slowly getting closer to. I wanted to know if this was for sure an unknown creature, possibly Nessie, or if there's another explanation for what this massive sighting could have been. So we asked Sean.
What's the biggest fish or creature normally in this loch?
The biggest thing that we're sort of aware of that's coming in and out of Loch Ness comes from the Sargasso. So they're the eels, the European eels. In this loch, with the temperature, the pressure, the darkness, you would get deep sea gigantism. So there was an eel that was caught, and that's it there.
Oh my god!
Jesus!
That's terrifying!
So they said it was 5.2 metres long. So that's like from the edge of the seat here, almost to the end of the loch. The Loch Ness Monster, the first ever sighting was in 500 AD by St. Columba, right? He came across two men, which were fishermen, and they were next to a body of a man that had been brutally attacked, and he was lying there in bits, bleeding to death. And they were saying the monster's got him, the monster's got him, and they believe this creature, which they describe, had come up from the North Sea. Eels, when they come up here, they'll follow the path of least resistance. So the eels will actually slither up the top. So that may explain some of the sightings of the sort of humps. I reckon maybe this man was attacked and brutally killed by this eel. Another creature that's been theorized to be in this loch for probably 150 years are sturgeon. So that's a sturgeon.
Oh wow.
So they can live to 250 years
Dude,
old.
this loch is terrifying, man.
So it looked like a lot of the sightings were in fact eel, but earlier Sean did say that the creature he captured was larger than the boat, and also if it was an eel, it wouldn't have been in the right location. So it was really seeming like Sean's sighting was most likely something much different. While we were talking about all this, we had been covering lots of ground, so we went to check the sonar to see if we got any large markers, and to my surprise, we had.
We're picking up more whichever way we're going, which is good. That might be the biggest or second biggest thing we've seen. You see this one? That's
Yeah,
kinda
I was
big.
just coming down to say that's the biggest one we've seen so far tonight.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I was gonna say. But does that, when it's that color, were you saying that means it's debris or
so that's red. So that is, nah. So I would say that's debris.
what's the estimate on the size of that?
I would say that's about the size of your leg. Or it could be bigger. When we first got this boat in 2020, this was the biggest contact that we'd ever seen. This is at a range of 300 metres. So we've sort of zoomed out 100 metres, so it's not as defined. I zoomed in 100 metres since then, so we're getting more accurate shapes and stuff, but that there is massive compared to anything else that's there.
Yeah.
And it's curved, it's alive.
Why is it that curved means they're alive?
So the shape itself, the sonar curve, defines air. Yeah, so air inside something would suggest it's alive. It doesn't necessarily mean it's alive.
But we were getting closer and seeing larger and larger creatures on the sonar.
Oh, that's pretty big now.
Are you? Oh, yeah, buddy.
What would you?
What, 75 metres down?
What's your best guess on what that is?
Ness's babies, man. But that there is definitely alive. It's curved. It's
Yeah,
there.
because it's so zoomed out. That's pretty big, right?
Oh yeah, the scales gone back, so yeah, that is larger. I would say it's bigger than us.
Do we have this location?
Bigger than this boat?
No, bigger than us.
Oh, okay, okay. I was like,
so
what?
You and I, no, not as big as the boat, no. I
Something
would say
bigger than us. That's
something-
right below us right now. Still looking, boys. I've been searching this loch for all my life.
We were just about at the spot that Sean saw the creature, and after seeing all this, I don't know what's more insane. The fact that there's a giant creature possibly right beneath us right now, or
So far, man.
I think Ness is somewhere out there.
Dude, I'm a believer, bro.
Lucky Sam. I feel like we have to do like a call for.
Call for it.
Is that how we found it? Maybe. Oh, that was good.
Ness's mating call.
Yeah.
Careful what you
That sounds like a fucking raptor.
We see the whale penis pop up. Nessie!
and we had finally made it to where Sean saw this creature a little over a year ago today.
And so you said this was the exact boat where
This
you saw
is-
the sighting.
This is the boat. We were slightly, if you look over here, there's it's what called the old pier house, and up there's a hotel. So it was in between here and the hotel, and then probably in the middle of the loch. So that triangular trig point is practically where I got that huge contact on the sonar. Over in that area there's also an island. It's the only island in Loch Ness. It's a crannog made by the Pictish warriors about 500 AD. They talked about the monster, and you think, we're right next to it and we've just picked something up on the sonar, so yeah, it's,
I found it really odd that he got this image near this island that was so associated
Right,
with Ness.
there he
Was there
goes.
something under this island? What could this be? We were gonna check that out later in the day, but for now, I had an idea to lure out any creatures that would be near this island.
Okay, so we're gonna go out there. I'm gonna throw
Is that-
the haggis.
Beef.
Then we're gonna run to the back, see if we see anything, and then check the sonar. Or we'll have you watching the sonar. You tell us if you see anything big.
all eyes on this.
Delicious meat. Can you see that thing coming up and up and
Ready
up?
for this?
Imagine that. Jesus.
We gotta lock in. Don't trip or slip. This is the most dangerous mission we've ever done. Okay, I got 2, so we can try this a few times. All right. Oh, that actually, it's still in the air. Oh shit, don't die.
So that's 70 metres down, something there.
That wouldn't be the haggis though, right?
Depends how fast haggis can fall.
Oh yeah.
Anyone know that answer?
No. Well, I got another haggis. Round 2.
Pocket full of haggis. I like your style.
I got a pocket of haggis. I keep it strapped on me. Alright, haggis round 2. Okay, I made it. Anything?
Nothing this time.
Oh man.
Your technique's getting worse.
We spent a good bit longer around this area, and occasionally were seeing fish on the sonar, but it wasn't even as close to as big as the sighting that Sean saw. So with our biggest lead being this island and the area around, we went back there during the day.
Okay guys, we're now as close as you can kind of get to the island if you don't have a boat, which by the way, this island is a man-made island. Apparently it was made around the time of Christ.
Man-made.
That's how it may have looked in prehistoric times, and that's how it would have looked around the 15th century. Loch Ness used to be 1.8 meters lower. The water level used to be 1.8 meters lower, which, damn, fuck, how long is a meter? I gotta put this for my American audience and me. 3.28 feet. So it would have been like, oh, damn it. It would have been 6 or 7 feet lower. Fuck. I'm not even trying at this point, bro. It just happens. So before even the Nessie sightings and before Nessie became like a big known thing, there was weird stuff happening around this island. In the 1880s, so before all the Nessie stuff, there was an incident where 2 men on a boat were nearby and their boat started rocking. They felt something push up their boat and push them towards the island. And then they noticed in their words, long back like wet barrels. Then 1904, there was a small group boating around dusk. Wait, what the hell is that?
Oh shit.
Is that a seal? What is that?
Oh, he's there. I'm looking at the boat.
That looks like a dog.
I think you found Nessie, bro.
Oh, that is
I
a
just
seal.
went under.
No, I think that's a seal.
Wait, what actually was that, bro? Right by the island, too. That would be a really small nest.
Or like the guys say,
Babies.
the
Oh, it's over
Nessie's
there now.
babies. No, that's a seal. Hello.
Dude, what is that? That's got a seal, right? Oh, yeah, it's a seal, I think. Or an otter. It's an otter. Dude, it just got its head out peeking at us.
Oh.
Maybe they just saw a seal. I mean, if there's giant eels in here, then maybe there's giant seals in here, bro. I could believe anything at this point. 1904, there was a small group boating near dusk around the island, and they saw something circling the island so large that it's making large wakes in the water. Once again, this is before Nessie was even a thing. So these sightings are definitely not people just like, oh, we're looking for Nessie and seeing this. Like, they were seeing something. In 1919, in the Fort August area, they saw giant, perfectly circular ripples, which just means something would have came out and then back in, but it would have had to be something really large. As the years go on, people look a little bit more into this island. Divers report they notice strange cold zones, sudden freezing water, even colder than the surrounding areas. They see large shadows. This continues to go into like the cave theory that there's a lot of caves along the loch. I just find it really weird that before Nessie was even a thing, people were seeing stuff by the island, and then where Sean sees, honestly, the most believable sighting of Nessie in existence just over a year ago was not that far from the island. It was right next to it.
And this loch just gets more confusing the more I learn about it. We chased after the sighting with the same crew, same boat, even going out at night to the exact same spot, but nothing. When I did the first video, I thought this was just a silly little legend, but this loch has eels, strangely growing to unbelievable sizes, prehistoric creatures, saltwater creatures living in freshwater somehow, caves that possibly lead into the sea, and thousands of sightings of strange and massive creatures. So after learning everything that I have, I don't think it's that insane to believe there might be something like the Loch Ness Monster here. We just need even more equipment to figure that out. But what do you guys think?